Welcome back to Pokemon Tabletop Reimagined, a Pokemon Tabletop RPG system that was designed by me to be easy to run, easy to play, and easy to understand, and to live out your Pokemon trainer fantasies. Today we're going to be taking a look at another trainer class, which is the Hiker or Athlete class. The Athlete class is focused a lot more on movement and durability and gets a ton of benefits to those things. To start us off, the Athlete gets 12 HP at level 1, gets an extra point to their speed and attack stat, and loses a point in their special attack and special defense stat. For the skill advantages, you get exactly what you'd expect out of an Athlete class, which is advantage on athletics rolls and acrobatics rolls. At level 1, you start off with one of your more powerful abilities called Quick Feet. Quick Feet allows you and your Pokemon to be able to traverse any rough terrain or hazards, ignoring their effects and with no negative impact to movement. However, this does not include fire or magma spaces. This can be very, very powerful in the right situations, where other classes in Pokemon would have to take a second to assess the situation if something like spikes or mud or sand or bubbles or frozen spaces were on the field. You just don't care. You have full movement over everything and they don't even bother you one bit. This is very, very useful in a lot of different environmental conditions and during a lot of battles. At level 2, you get the ability Cool Climber, which allows you and your Pokemon to scale climbable, vertical surfaces without having your movement halved. Additionally, you automatically will succeed on all athletics checks relating to climbing. So again, this is an ability that just gives you another layer of mobility that the other classes simply don't have. You can enhance a lot of Pokemon that normally don't have such crazy mobility with this ability and make them into something very special. This ability is also extremely useful outside of combat, automatically succeeding on any athletics checks relating to climbing. That can get you pretty far in certain areas. I can see that being a very, very powerful ability. Of course, at this level, you also gain 2 stat points to allocate to any non-HP stats, and you gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP. Level 3 is where this class really comes online with its full capabilities. You get the ability Adaptability. Adaptability allows your Pokemon with half movement speed on land to have full movement speed on land, and all of your Pokemon with half movement speed in the water will now have full movement speed in the water. In addition, your Pokemon with no movement speed in the water can now have half movement speed in the water too. Essentially, this allows you to use aquatic Pokemon on land without being penalized. Normally, aquatic Pokemon that have trouble moving on land will move at half speed, but with the Athlete class, they'll have complete full control of their movement out of the water, and vice versa for land Pokemon in the water. This is probably one of the more freeing abilities out of all the classes in terms of building a team of Pokemon. You no longer have to think, ooh, should I bring Sharpedo? I'm not sure if there's going to be water. Or should I bring this guy? I'm not sure if there's going to be any land. You can just bring whatever you want to land or water and sort of make it work. Of course, you also gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP at this level. At level 4, you're going to get the ability Overcoat, where you and your Pokemon can reduce damage from any environmental damage, traps, fall damage, status effect damage, all in half. This really does a dramatic increase to your tankiness in and out of combat, allows you to take certain risks or jumps that you normally wouldn't take as the other classes, and makes you a lot more resistant to status effects. Taking half damage from things like poison and burn can really add up over time and make you one of the most resilient members of the party on the battlefield. At this level, of course, you also gain 2 stat points that you can allocate to any non-HP trainer stats that you want, and you gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP. At level 5, you have the ability Cardio Training, which allows you and your Pokemon to now have a base movement speed of 45 feet. Now, normally, every creature in the game has a base movement speed of 30 feet unless otherwise specified. So this ability allows you to just increase that movement speed naturally up to 45 at no cost and makes you one of the fastest combatants on the battlefield, allowing you to get to enemies faster, close the distance with those range attackers faster, making you invaluable to the team for taking out key targets quickly. Of course, at this level, you also gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP. At level 6, you're going to get the ability called Greatest Grip, where you and your Pokemon will only be moved half of the distance whenever you are forcibly moved. And if you were to be moved 5 feet or less, you won't be moved at all. There are quite a number of moves in the game that cause you to move or be forcibly moved or pushed back or thrown across the field, and this can just help mitigate the distance on those. This can be the difference between you flying off of the side of a cliff or landing safely in the grass. But that's not all for level 6, because additionally, enemies have disadvantage when attempting to escape a grapple that you or your Pokemon have initiated. Having this naturally powerful grapple, along with the increased movement speed from the cardio training ability, allows you to really get to a key target fast and lock them down for the remainder of your team extremely easily. Of course, at this level, you also gain 2 stat points to allocate to any non-HP stat that you would like for your trainer, and you gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP. At level 7, you're going to get a really powerful ability called Natural Cure, where you and your Pokemon will have advantage on defensive saving throws that would cause burn, poison, paralysis, drowsiness, or frostbite. This one should be pretty self-explanatory. You and your Pokemon are just super resistant to certain status effects, and that can really be the difference maker in a battle between winning or losing. Status effects can really disrupt your game plan, and not having to worry about them as much can really be the difference between a victory and a loss. Of course, at this level, you also gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max trainer HP. Surprise, surprise. At level 8, you're going to get something really powerful, an ability called Cardio Overdrive. The dash action can now be taken as a bonus action. So the dash action will instantly double all of your current remaining movement speed. So since your base movement speed is 45 feet with this class, at the start of your turn, if you use the dash action, you would have 90 feet of movement speed. So you can move 90 feet as a bonus action with this class. This class can just zoom across the battlefield, making sure that no enemy is safe in their current position. Of course, you also gain 2 stat points to allocate to any non-HP stats for your trainer that you would like, and you gain 1d12 trainer HP added to your max HP. And finally, at level 9, you're going to get your penultimate ability called Extreme Adaptability. This is an upgrade to the previous Adaptability ability. Wow, it really messes with my head to say Adaptability ability. Adaptability ability. Anyway, with the Extreme Adaptability ability, your aquatic Pokemon have full movement on land, and your land Pokemon will have full movement in the water, even if they would normally sink. With this ability, Pokemon that would normally just sink to the bottom of the water or would have trouble swimming would just swim like a fish. So have fun with your Golem that can do laps in an Olympic pool. And that about wraps it up for the Hiker/Athlete class. This class is made for the player that just wants to be where they want to be on the battlefield. If you want to get that guy that's on the 3rd story just raining ranged attacks down from above, you can just go get him. If you want to get the guy who's deep in the enemy back lines, just all the way back there, just super far in the back, just run up and get him before anyone else can even get there. You have that power. And if there is a bunch of spikes in your way, a bunch of mud in your way, a bunch of sand, a bunch of sticky spider webs, you don't even care. It's not going to slow you down one bit. This class is also great for the fish lovers out there. Those people who like Pokemon who would have trouble moving around on land would love to pick this class. You could rock a full team of fish Pokemon in the middle of a volcano with the Athlete class. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Athlete class, and if you like the class and you want to just voice your questions, comments, and concerns, then just let me know in the comment section below, and check out the documentation in the description below. It has all the documentation for the whole game. Again, keep in mind this game is a work in progress. Things are open to changing, but yeah, thank you for watching. Next time, we're going to get into the Psychic class, which is a very fun and interesting one I think you'll be interested in. Tune in for that one. That's really fun with some fun abilities. So yeah, see you next time when we do the Psychic. Bye!